stretch of I-405 for repairs. What did the news media call it? They called it Armageddon. What did Obama call the first blizzard of 2010 that shut down Washington, D.C.? Snowmageddon. And what did they call the physical policies that many thought will lead to the collapse of the world's financial markets? Obamageddon. So in pop culture, it's clear that Armageddon usually is used negatively. However, what about you? When you hear the word Armageddon, what comes to your mind? How will it affect you? How will it affect your loved ones? Do you think of a nuclear holocaust, environmental disaster, collision of an asteroid with the earth, or do you think of a divine act of deliverance leading to restoration? Well, I dare say the vast majority of us today think of that it's a divine act of deliverance leading to restoration. Now why? Why do we feel that? Well, really, that's how Jesus thought with regard to, and what he thought with regard to Armageddon. Where? Let's open to Matthew chapter 6 and notice the comment made here in the Our Father prayer, the Lord's Prayer, as is also commonly referred to. And notice what Jesus there says, Matthew chapter 6, starting with verse 9. He says, "You must pray then this way, Our Father in the heavens, let your name be sanctified. Let your kingdom come. Let your will take place as in heaven, also upon the earth." Now you might be saying, where is Armageddon? You don't see it there in the text because Jesus didn't utter the words. But when he said, let your kingdom come, it is the kingdom that is going to bring about Armageddon. So whenever we pray this prayer, and also the billions really throughout the earth that may be praying this prayer, unbeknown to themselves, are actually praying for Armageddon. But now what are the objectives of Armageddon? Well, really, they're listed here. That's what Jesus basically deals with. First and foremost, Armageddon will sanctify God's name. And second, it will cause God's will to be done on the earth as is in heaven. Now, when you think about those two statements, those are positive, not negative statements regarding Armageddon. So the question is, how will Armageddon sanctify God's name? Well, remember that God's name represents his supreme personality and guarantees that God will always be true to himself, and whatever his promises are, they will come true. Do you remember, for example, when Moses asked God about his name? When Jehovah sent him to deliver his people, what did Jehovah say? He says, I shall prove to be what I shall prove to be. Or as the Rathaham's translation puts it, I will become whatsoever I please. So, since God's name is associated with his promises, it is a guarantee that they will be fulfilled. For instance, let's say you receive a check in the mail for $1 million, but it had no signature. How much would the check be worth? Not very much. But what if it was signed Bill Gates, and it was valid, no forgery? What would you say? My ship has come in, right? The signature of the billionaire, right, would guarantee that you had the money. Well, Jehovah's name is like a signature on each and every prophecy, making them valid. The earth will be a paradise, signed by Jehovah. There will be no more war, signed